Hello. Hi. Well, I'm coming to you today because there's been a lot of issues out there that need to be addressed. Number one, for the people that live in West Virginia and all those little towns that had the coal mines that have been shut down and you all are starving to death, well, let me tell you this. You can all go to Donald Trump's campaigns and praise him all you want to. But let me tell you the real reason why Donald Trump wants you to stay on his base. Donald Trump is actually very insecure. He wasn't loved by his parents. He basically crying out for you to love him. And though you might show him that you care because you voted for him, he doesn't give squat about you. Okay? He doesn't care that you guys aren't working. He doesn't care that you all are poor. In fact, he'd rather see you fall off the face of the earth because he's not going to bring back any jobs to your area. He knows what he's doing when he puts the tariffs on these big companies. He's driving up the prices for people who are in poor communities to spend more money that they've socked away for a rainy day to pay more on items that they were getting a year ago or less. Well, now you're paying more for the products that you once enjoyed at a much inflated price because the companies have to charge you more to basically get you to buy their product. Okay? Now, I knew Donald Trump at Club 54, and believe me, he kept, going to Club 54, trying to meet all the celebrities. But let me tell you, no celebrities, and I mean none of the celebrities in Hollywood even cared about Donald Trump. They found him brass, they found him insulting, and to tell you the truth, he just wasn't what they called Hollywood material. Donald Trump got his own apprentice show because Donald Trump paid for it. Okay? He paid to be on TV. Gee, what a desperate way to be on TV. To pay to have your own show. Gee, isn't that why you have sponsors? Well, Donald Trump has gone through all the sponsors, and now they won't even allow him to even have commercials on his rallies. Because why? Because he screwed over too many people. He owes so much money to students from his only college on how to become rich. Donald Trump got rich because his daddy left him money. That's the bottom line. This poor little rich kid. He didn't even barely graduate because he was a bad student. He misbehaved in class. He was the class clown. Everybody they laughed at him. And everybody is still laughing at him. Now I'm just asking you all to really think when you vote in 2020. Because whatever is coming out of that man's mouth is a total lie. He doesn't have billions of dollars. He's lucky to maybe have about maybe 25 million. All right. With all the taxes that he owes. And yes, he does owe. Okay. When he had his father pay for chips at his casino and then walked out of the casino with the chips instead of using the money in the casino, he took the chips home, and that's how Donald Trump got his extra money for his casino. Gee, you would think people would catch on after a while. That Donald Trump is a little mama's boy, and he doesn't have any talent whatsoever. He can't make money the honest way. He's got to take advantage of people, and it isn't right. So you can sit there and vote for a man who really doesn't care about you, or you can sit there and do the right thing. Vote for someone who will actually get you a job. Okay? Donald Trump won't get you a job. Donald Trump won't help your community. You could all plant all the vegetables in the world in your neighborhoods, and the seeds would be too expensive for you to buy. So think about that. You know, I ran for mayor of Inglewood, and I had my own little Donald Trump over here in Inglewood. His name was James Butts. His campaign people tore down my flyers or my posters, and every time I opened my mouth, people would say something derogatory about me. Well, let me tell you something. I remember California when you could actually sit on your front lawn and enjoy seeing kids playing up and down the sidewalks. When you could leave your door unlocked because you weren't afraid that someone would walk in with a gun and rip you off. Do you remember those days when you felt safe because your front door was a barrier to the outside and people actually had manners? Do you remember that? Well, I do. And it's time that we have that again. You know, I was going to run for president, but I couldn't get my people together to start my campaign. But if I were to ever run, I would say this. I want an America that is proud of itself, that doesn't have to do sneaky things in order to get foreign countries to hack into computers and ruin people's lives. Yeah, politics can be evil, but let me tell you something. An honest politician is a better politician, because an honest person will always do the job correctly. There's too many secrets going on up there in the White House. When Congress can't even get Donald to agree on anything that they write to him or ask him to do, for the common decent people. We need an honest president again. Abe Lincoln was an honest president. And so were many other people. But you want to know something? They sit there and go, well, Barack Obama wasn't that honest. Well, you know what? Barack Obama may have done stuff, okay, behind the scenes that weren't brought to the surface and nobody knew about it. But you want to know something? His family's still one unit. They're still together. His wife isn't sleeping up in Maine because she can't stand to be in the same room with him. Yeah, that's Melania. Melania can't even stand being in the same room. You ever watch those newscasts where you see Melania reaching for Donald's hand and Donald slaps her hand away? Oh yeah, some way to treat your wife, huh? He treats women like they're objects to be taken. And I don't think a woman is an object to be taken. I think a woman should be respected because each and every one of us have our own brains and we have the right to have the education and the ability to be whatever we want to be. Now, granted, I wasn't born a woman, but I will tell you this. I know just as much as any other man because during the college years, I was a straight A student. Oh yeah, a straight A student in high school too. I went to Joaquin Miller, which is over in Reseda. I was valedictorian of my class. And yes, I not only went to Miller, but I went to Grover Cleveland, where I got a regular education. Because you see, in handicap schools, they sort of just pushed you through whether you learned or not. Well, it got rather boring because I wanted to learn something. I'm always learning new things. I look up subjects on the internet and I read or I watch, videos on certain things. And that's how I learn. So you know what? You've got a big choice in 2020. You can either sit back and let things stay the way they are and be miserable for another 4 years, or you can make a choice and do the right thing. We've got people out there that really do care about this country, and none of which are part of Trump's family. So, please, do yourself a favor and go to the voting box and vote with your conscience. Because remember, it's we the people. We have the power to put people in office. Thank you and good afternoon.